Hey, this is Mr. Blows Your Mind offering you who may have never heard of my channel. Here's some of my inserts of some of my videos to give you a little insight as to some of the stuff that I do, and I would welcome you to come over to our channel. It is Mr. MRBLOWSURMIND. Come on over, check me out. Got a lot to say. Also, you can comment and subscribe.
Y'all know better than that shit. So anyway, he tells this cockamamie-ass story, and everybody has a mind-eye view based on an interpretation because they never gave this image out until after the trial. You know why? Because everybody could only assess the distance based on what they did not know. The people from around the country did not live in Florida, and those who live in Florida, and if you've ever been in Sanford, unless you've been in the retreat circle community, you wouldn't even know that. Okay? So here's people blindly, trying to assess a situation based on one unilateral side as into the information. They got to take that as credibility. Let me tell you something, man. This shit here, the way they did this shit, they did this shit in a way, man, that, let me tell you something, manipulation 101 to the highest, man. They did that shit. They played psychology with black folks' mind just to show you that they could get away with some shit when they want to do it. It was a Holloway, it was a dog and pony show, man. That's what this shit truly was. A true manipulation of what we can really pull and extract based on if we take a certain equation. Because see, don't get it twisted. Don't think that if the father was a judge and part of the army and the mother was a court stenographer and then you had the uncle, that motherfucker came to the courtroom and said some shit that if the wife was to jail for perjury, what the fuck did he say that he should have been perjured? This motherfucker said he was listening, doing work on the computer, not knowing what the wife was listening to, and heard on the TV the young man screaming and said, "Oh, that's Georgie." Punch that motherfucker in the eye. Punch him in his motherfucking eye. But that motherfucker is lying. He lied. Here is your mystery 3-4 minutes. Because, let me tell you something. George Zimmerman lied about where he was. When he made that phone call talking to the operator, based on his words, you're taking him as he's credible. And that's the way they depicted this whole scenario is based on the credibility of George Zimmerman. It's like a unilateral contract. It's a one-sided contract. It's like Jews saying they had they was giving a contract by God to be the chosen people, but you don't have nothing to go against it. So you have to take their word for it. And that's another damn video for another time. So here's George Zimmerman telling you what happened. It is for you to see, and you can see it. You're going to see it without seeing it. I'm going to show it to you when you're going to see it. You knew this motherfucker was lying, y'all. He lied so much. The evidence is concrete. And the reason why they didn't start from this point, because this is where the 4 minutes cut off. This is why the defense used the timeline, right? The timeline of the 3 minutes of or just silence in the courtroom. That's a lot of time, right? You're like, well, how come he didn't run home? Well, he didn't run home is because it did not start where it happened at. I'm going to say that again. Where the incident claimed to have started did not start where it claimed, because it could not have been, because if he's according to what, if you're going to take what he told the detectives, if he's seen him at 1460 Circle View Drive, and it takes 500 feet from there to get to the clubhouse, and then by the time he gets to the clubhouse, after a little bit of description is still talking with the operator, he now takes and he runs in between section is another 500 feet. Just about. We're going to say 470 feet. Okay? In total, it's a little more than 910 feet from point A, which is 1460, to the clubhouse, to the front entrance of the Lowers home. Bullshit. It was not at the clubhouse. Think about 500 feet. Think about 500 feet. How is he able to give that kind of detailed description of an individual whom he just thought he was suspicious, hanging around, was kind of like not looking like he's supposed to be in the territory. He looked out of place, and you're concerned, and because you had an incident in the same area where a window and the door was unlocked, and let me go ahead and call the police. Right? So you go further down the way, then call and get you packing a gun too. You got a damn gun, right? This is the aspect that everybody keep acting like they don't realize this. This motherfucker act like, oh, he's the biggest coward, but the motherfucker got a gun in his pocket. But he's a coward. But he got a gun. And he act like, oh, I didn't even realize that I had a damn gun in my damn waist. Motherfucker, when you get up, anybody, take male, female, you get up, wash your ass, put on your drawers or panties, put on your pants, and you put a belt on, right? Before you walk out the door, you put your shirt on, shoes, sock on. You check, what are the things you check before you leave? I got my keys, my wallet with my money. Oh, by the way, let me strap this strap on while I'm leaving too. You didn't recognize that when you walked out the motherfucking house that morning? You had your gun? Bullshit. Come on, y'all. So, let's see how this dawn of the Planet of the Apes is correlating to the time. Right? So, according to the film that's coming out on May 23rd, 2014, this is the little, I don't know what they call this, as to giving you a synopsis as into the background of this movie. It says, a growing nation of genetically evolved apes, led by Caesar, is threatened by a band of human survivors of the devastating virus unleashed a decade earlier. They reach a fragile peace, but it proves short-lived, as both sides are both to the brink of a war that will determine who will emerge as Earth-dominant species. Now, just in that little heading title of they write on this movie, let's look at this. A growing nation of genetically evolved apes. Now, if you look historically, black and white people, even in this day and age that we live right now, white people still refer to black people as what? Apes. Monkeys and apes, right? So what he's saying is that the Negro came in as a beast. So don't we see the perpetualness of what has been said going back to using this written, and we don't know how many other have been written, that the black man or the black people have been looked upon as beasts. And so when you make a movie based on the Planet of the Apes, this is the message that has been sent. This is what they've been writing from 1968 to 2014. And so they're telling that there's something in these beasts that is rising and is making them that's going to war with us. Now, if we go back in the chronology, the history of all the titles that's being used, it started off with back in 68. When they say beneath the Planet of the Apes, they beneath. So, what does beneath mean? When they say escape from the Planet of the Apes, then it was conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Then it was battle for the Planet of the Apes. Then we come to where we come out now, which is rise number 14, you're going to come off dawn of the planet of the apes. And the image is a monkey or gorilla or ape with a gun in his hand raised in the air. What they don't understand is there's a foundation in this country that was laid that stated verbatimly that this is against the foundation of the establishment of the Creator. And this is what people don't touch. And it seems like it's taboo for anybody to say anything about it. People say that it says in the Bible, but then you're going to have to go in there for those people who believe in that and using this as these countries are supposed to be Christian countries. So then the contradiction is either the church is lying or it is unnatural. That's what it's going to boil down to. You can't have both. And this is what's happening. And this is what's causing all the confusion. The confusion is either it is based on the institution of the church, and if the church is supposed to be absolute and correct as it should be in its foundation and who it's tied to, then it is against all the natural aspects of what that stands for.
Like, what do you think about the word? Because I see a lot of different people say, like, some people say, if we use the word, other people should be able to use the word, other races should be able to use the word too. We shouldn't use the word off, but other races can use the word. Like, there's so many different people on different levels of power that say something different about the word. You know what I mean? About,
Boy, you talking the nigger word?
yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't want to go too off topic, but
no, it's related because, again, we're looking at the fact of under what they consider what is derogatory, right? So, in the context of the word nigger, how does nigger and how does faggot have the same, connotation, well, not connotation, but the same defining and derogatory, because, again, you got to go back to the origin, because the word faggot in its origin, it sticks. You know what I'm saying? A bundle of twigs tied together was a faggot.
yeah, I see some people talk about faggot. They talk about they smoking a faggot or something like that back in the days.
But see again, right? But see again, as now they talk about this evolving into the modern times and how the word has now evolved into this new meaning. And so, based on this new defining or definition of the word, it has now become a derogatory word. But if the word in its conception was created, faggot has no connotation towards what they are saying, and they have to define. I mean, how do you correlate faggot to what is homosexuality? How does that word tie into? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How does that word tie in? So when you say nigger, what nigger has always been from the inception. From the time they created and they stigmatized it, it's always been that. The faggot has somehow evolved into this. So are they saying in some analytical way that faggot, by a bundling of time of sticks together, you know what I'm saying? Is that what the faggot means? The problem is, if it was so natural, if it is so normal, how can we be offended? It's like people being offended because you're saying that I'm heterosexual. You like women. Huh?
Yeah.
That would be, you know what I'm saying? That's like, I don't got a problem with that. I have no problem with you saying that. So why do people who are gay who are such in opposition or become inflammatory or inflamed when people jump on that boat and start, spewing that? If this is who you are naturally, and you say, well, I'm born this way, and this is a natural part of the process of being a human, then what is all this trying to, censor people from feeling what, again, I got to go back to the fact of this establishment of the church, who's the one who implanted, just like black people have been taking the brunt of all this racism has a lot to do with going back to the church. It was formulated when you go through Genesis 9:25-27 when they told you that Ham put the curse on you. So again, either the church is a lie and the church isn't what it's claimed it is, or the people outside of it, black people and gay people, then they've been stigmatized by the church. What they don't understand is there's a foundation in this country that was laid that stated verbatimly that this is against the foundation of the establishment of the Creator. And this is what people don't touch. And it seems like it's taboo for anybody to say anything about it. People say that it says in the Bible, but then you don't have to go in there for those people who believe in that and using this as these countries are supposed to be Christian countries. So then the contradiction is either the church is lying or it is unnatural. That's what it's going to boil down to. You can't have both. And this is what's happening. This is what's causing all the confusion. The confusion is either it is based on the institution of the church, and if the church is supposed to be absolute and correct as it should be in its foundation and who it's tied to, then it is against all the natural aspects of what that stands for.
Relationship with this man, you've said it many times, we've seen it demonstrated for whatever reason. Are you going to take an opportunity, if you get it, right, to speak up for the family of Kenneth Bay and to say, let us know why this man is being held, that this is wrong, that he is sick? If you can help Dennis, will you take the opportunity?
I remember the one thing about politics. Kenneth Bay did one thing. If you understand, I gotta if you understand what Kenneth Bay did, if you understand what he did.
What did he do? You tell me. You tell me, what did he do?
And I know, tell me, why is he captured?
They haven't released any charges. They haven't released any reason.
I would love to speak on this.
Go ahead.
You know, you got 10 guys here. 10 guys here that love their families, their families, to help this country as a sports venture. Got 10 guys, all these guys here. Do anyone understand that?
We do, and we appreciate that, and we wish them well with cultural exchange.
I'm just saying, don't give a last chance what they're going to do. I'm saying to you, look at these guys here. Look at them.
Yeah, but Dennis, don't spit on that. Don't use them as an excuse for the behavior that you're putting on yourself. You just basically were saying that Kenneth Bay did something wrong. We don't even know what the charges are. Don't use these guys as a shield for you, Dennis. Listen.
Ain't no shit. Let me do this. Please. I'm going to tell you one thing. People around the wall. I'm going to do one thing. Those guys behind the mic right now, look, the guys here doing one thing. We're going to go back to America and take their piece. You have to take their piece. We're going to take it. You're sorry. Let me know. But you don't take that piece. I'm going to get it. But guess what, though? One day, this door's going to open. I don't give a rat's ass about what you think. And then at the end, he said, one day these doors gonna open up. You're gonna know what this really is about. See, that was like telling white people. See, you got an ass whooping coming. You see, you always want to play the innocent. Every time your cause has been righteous, you always want to play that role. what I'm saying? What he may know. So the first thing happens is Charles Smith get his yes master ass. Master, that was his talking. He ain't say nothing